This is half Jeep and half pickup truck, the new Jeep Gladiator Willys version. Many people wonder if this truck is comfortable in the city, considering that it's good for mud, for off-roading, for rough terrain. That's what we're going to find out today. Beneath this bodywork lies history, tradition, commitments, owner complaints, problems, and comparisons to earlier versions. I'm going to address that topic in this video. And the big question is it really worth it for what it offers? Does the Jeep Gladiator Willys justify its nearly $60,000 price? I'll discuss that in this video. And at the end, I'm going to tell you which competitor truck I would choose, or if I would stick with this one. Welcome. You'll find an aggressive front end here, showcasing the unmistakable Jeep character. 7-slot grille, round headlights, LED tech, and steel recovery points. There's some plastic here to keep you from getting too confident, just like this plastic protection. You definitely won't get confused. It's a Jeep. Along the side, the fenders are robust, true to Jeep's style. The bumpers are well protected for off-roading, good tires, good grip. We can see that with 17-inch rims. Here we see the Willys graphics, also Jeep Gladiator, all the emblems, black mirror, rock slider as well, good protection, and you have good clearance. Of course, because it's designed for off-roading, which allows you to do what other rival trucks can't. At that level, it gives it that competitive advantage for uneven terrains like that. The Willys version features mod terrain tires from the factory, offering a tougher look and improved grip. For off-road, a rear limited slip differential boosts traction. You have skid plates, tow hooks, and aesthetic details like the grille and black accents, with the Willys emblem on the hood and on the sides. In Willys versions, LED lights are standard, but they're optional in others. Now the rain's here, but that's part of the Jeep experience. Getting wet doesn't matter in this terrain. The gearbox. This is an important point for anyone considering a Jeep Gladiator pickup. This bed is just under 5 feet, slightly smaller than a Tacoma, Frontier, or Ranger. That's why, if what you need is a bit more versatility when it comes to the bed, then the Jeep Gladiator might not be the most suitable for you. However, with the Max Tow package, you can tow up to about 7,700 pounds, not bad. And the payload capacity, what they call the payload, we're talking about 950 pounds. Let's move on to the engine. All 2025 Gladiators come with this same block. The 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 delivers 285 horsepower and 260 lb-ft of torque. The transmission is an 8-speed automatic because the 6-speed manual was eliminated this year. And when driving here, in what I call its natural habitat, off-road, if you see the swaying, it's because I'm going off-roading here. The electronic rear differential, working together with, well, there's a bit of mud over here. Working together with that reinforced suspension, we have, wow, it's pretty swampy. Let's get out of here. We can see that the handling is pretty good. Also the off-road tires make the off-road experience in a Jeep Gladiator. Of course, that's the DNA of Jeep, right? Mud, sludge, uneven terrain. It feels really good. It feels superior to its competitors. That's where you'll really have an advantage if you get the Jeep Gladiator. And that's where the loyalty comes from for those who buy this truck. To come to places like this and really enjoy it, because it'll respond well. Plus, you have all the toys, you have all the tools or off-road features on your side. But in the city is where the sacrifices come in. The sacrifices because, of course, it's a heavy truck, and the special off-road tires don't help. Here on the pavement, it's not very forgiving because every imperfection feels bumpier. Also, as you can see, or maybe as you can tell from what the camera and the camera's microphone lets you hear, it's the noise. Do you hear that? The noise of the wind and also the movement, right? The rolling sound is much more noticeable in the cabin. Here, it's a different experience from other pickup trucks in the segment, where conversations are more relaxed. If you have passengers here, suddenly, or listening to music, even that noise. I like audio quality. I enjoy listening to music when I have, let's say, a good sound system in the vehicle. When the noise is constant, I often don't want to listen to music and just go along. I just listen to the natural sound of the wind, the road noise that comes into the vehicle, and I try to enjoy the experience in a different way. But that's basically what you get from the suspension. Obviously, it's quite firm. In terms of fuel consumption, be aware that this is an important point that could determine your buying decision. It averages 19 miles per gallon, or about 8 kilometers per liter, on roads and highways. So it's among the most fuel-consuming in its class. The tank is 22 gallons, so the range is around 400 miles or about 640 kilometers when accelerating. Let's see, let's step on it. The pedal's all the way down. That V6 does the job, but I'd say it's not too much, right? Not too much because I think other rivals in the segment, other similar pickup trucks with more modern turbo engines, have a better response than this one. However, I think the power is adequate. You won't have much difficulty. For overtaking, for example. I'll pause to introduce today's video sponsor, Last Fit Floor Mats. This is really something I recommend you have in your pocket, and I'll explain why. Are you tired of having your vehicle's carpet dirty? Filthy? Maybe you have kids who get it dirty all the time, or adults who bring dirt onto the carpet with their shoes. Is it wearing out? Well, these mats from the brand Last Fit are ideal, and I love them because they have a design that's easy to clean. It's made from thermoplastic elastomer, a flexible and non-slip material. And like I said, cleaning is super easy. And look, they're custom made. This is a 2020 Honda Accord, and you just fit it in there. It fits perfectly because it's designed with lasers. You place it on the little clips they have there, and it fits perfectly. And what this does is it helps keep dirt and sand from seeping through. It's perfectly designed with lasers, so the mold fits precisely. Now let's move to the passenger side. Obviously, I recommend that you give your vehicle's floor a good vacuum before putting in your new mats. This is a test unit for illustrative purposes, and I'm putting the new mats in there so you can see how they fit perfectly in each section of your vehicle. And in the back, you have this piece for the middle, which is the transmission tunnel. It should also fit perfectly there. They may arrive slightly bent, but after some time, they'll fit perfectly. This one fit right away, but others need time to take shape. There you cover the transmission tunnel area, and then the other two mats in the back to complete it. And that way, the passengers in the back won't get your vehicle dirty. The advantage is that dirt from your shoes doesn't go straight onto the vehicle's floor, helping prevent wear and tear. There's one piece left, the Freedy Car Power 360. This large part goes in the trunk, and I'll show you how it fits. This fits here very easily. It also fits into the contours of the rear part of the trunk very precisely. And the carpet in the rear part of your vehicle will also be protected. And obviously with these mats, you won't have to use this so often. Let's continue today's video. What changed in the 2025 model compared to the previous one? The manual transmission is gone, and automatics are now standard for all models. In the base version, the Sport, power locks, and windows are now standard. And there's also an available active cabin ventilation system, which belongs. Pre-cool or preheat the vehicle from the app. And new colors have been added. And as for complaints, what do Jeep Gladiator owners complain about? Well, some owners have complained in different forms about the assembly quality, with uneven finishes and cabin noises. Also, the automatic transmission, although smoother than the previous manual one, obviously sometimes feels rough when you're carrying a load. Another complaint is that the actual fuel consumption can be worse than the Environmental Protection Agency estimate, especially in the city or when towing. And there are complaints about the transmission, the bed, which also isn't the most capable in its segment, because the sides are low and the payload capacity. Payload decreases especially with off-road equipment. If you have a Jeep Gladiator and you've experienced some of these things, let me know in the comments because I think your input would be valuable in that section. And let's take advantage of this rainy moment to talk to you about the interior. So, we're being productive from every point of view. The Jeep Gladiator's interior is mostly unchanged from the previous model. We have the same dashboard, the steering doesn't change at all, and the screen is still the same. Here you have your off-road pages, global positioning system trail, well, the adventure guides, your apps, the Uconnect system, which is Jeep's connectivity system. You also have here how the map looks, and obviously you have your cameras with good angles. You can see it's raining a bit, so the camera's a little wet. Here you have all your toys. Off-road features, your 4x4. What competitive advantage does it have compared to other trucks? The rest of these climate controls, your 12-volt ports USB connectivity here, none of this changes anything at all. You have a removable roof for adventure lovers. Sensational. You can also take off the doors, you can push the windshield down. So all of this is part of what Jeep offers you. And that's how it is. It has fabric, nothing special here. And let's say the size or legroom is just adequate. And how much is it going to cost you? And is it worth investing what they're asking for? The Jeep Gladiator Willys version will cost you just over $58,000. That doesn't include destination charges added by dealerships in the United States. Considering that balance we're talking about, it's really good for off-roading. It comes very well equipped with tires. It has all the gadgets, tools, automatic differential. You've got a 4x4 available there. All that's very cool, but you have to sacrifice on the highway, so it's really going to depend a lot on your style. If you're a Jeep lover, then the Jeep Gladiator is going to serve a double purpose for you because it has its bed available. It's not the biggest bed in the segment, but it's definitely going to help you with whatever you need. So if it costs you $58,000, it's pretty expensive. Let me know in the comments if you think it's worth paying nearly $60,000 for the Jeep Willys Gladiator. As I said at the beginning, well, if my priority were a truck that offers me a balance, a mix between comfort on the road with good versatility and more refined finishes, I would say I could look at a Toyota Tacoma Toyota Racing Development, the Ford Ranger itself, or a Colorado ZR2, which also have a really good look. Maybe not with the same capability or traditional Jeep DNA. But if I'm into adventure, if I love it, the removable roof, taking off the doors, that freedom, the topless experience they call the Jeep experience, then definitely the Jeep Willys is going to be at the top of my list. We're talking about nearly $60,000. So let me know what your preference would be, because this really depends on each person's taste and priorities, like I said at the beginning. Do you want more balance for the city, highway, and daily use, or the option of a Jeep? If you love Jeeps, which would you pick? Willys are competitors like the Colorado Ranger, Tacoma Toyota Racing Development, or Nissan Frontier. Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Did you know I have more test drives like this? Get exclusive events and first-hand info directly from executive manufacturers, all in my videos. Plus, some really great accessories like the one I showed you today. Take a look at the description where I have the links so you can buy the selected product, the sponsor product of this video. All right, I'll see you and wait for you. Leave your comments about the Jeep Gladiator. See you in the next video. I'm sending you a big hug. Greetings to all my friends over there throughout Latin America and, of course, to the Hispanics in the United States who watch me. A big hug.